Hello, everyone. Just gonna share the links on Twitter and on Discord, and then we'll get started. Can everyone hear me? Can everyone see the Bitcoin charts? Volumes are okay. All right, let's go. Links posted. Just gonna wait like a couple minutes so some more people can join, and then we'll get started. Should be a good one today. Let's try to cover as much as possible. Hello, Masum. All right. How's everyone doing, by the way? All good? Oh, that's... I didn't realize that was the 4-hour close. Closed pretty damn good. So I'm in 2 trades at the moment. Manta, this one, and Zeta underwater. But I'll talk about them in a second. We'll first do Bitcoin. SM, let's rock. Yeah, let's do it, man. Good morning. I'm reading all books price action. I like him. I wonder if his concept will work on crypto. L. Brooks. Never heard of that one, sorry. Old, hello, hello. All right, let's get started. So if you enjoyed the stream, guys, as always, leave a like. We have 50 people in here. Let's get the likes to 30 at least by the end of the stream. All right. If you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube. I'm going live every Tuesday and every Thursday these days, these weeks, 2 months. So yeah, make sure you don't miss any of that by subscribing and keeping your notifications on. All right, so gonna start off with Bitcoin. Just will be like, again, like a bit of a chill stream. Let's cover as much as we can, right? If you have any questions, if you want me to take a look at something, feel free to ask in the chat. But first, I'm gonna do my own thing on Bitcoin and on some altcoins, and then we'll do requests. All right. Cool. Let's start off with Bitcoin. So still in this 4-hour range. Nothing too much has happened from the previous stream. Although we didn't sweep last week's high then. Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, we were trading up here, right? We were trading right before that sweep of the high, somewhere around here during the previous stream. What did we say there? That we would be, well, that I would be surprised if we would dump from there, significantly dump without at least taking last week's high. And the reasoning for that was basically because of the weekly closed this strong, right? And we didn't wick last week's high yet. So especially in cases like this, where you have a super strong close, right? What you very often get is at least a sweep of that candle high in the next candle before potentially seeing some kind or a bit of a retrace. All right, so that's what we said there. That happened. That played out beautifully. We also talked about this 4-hour range even before and said that where was key liquidity resting? Well, obviously above these highs, above last week's high, and below these lows. Okay, so we, after the sweep of the highs, went to the lows swept as well. What do we call this? Well, played out range. Okay, so lows have been swept, highs have been swept, both not that big of a sweep. The highs got swept bigger than the lows, right? We barely went below these lows. Not even sure if we swept them on every exchange, which is also the reason why I could still see us put in a bigger retrace here before moving higher. Okay, so on the high time frames, nothing changed. I think we will be trading higher towards 57k, right? If you take a look at this weekly candle, right, it's hard to be bearish here. So dips are for buying, but I do think that we might see some lower levels get tested first here. All right, so what are my levels of interest? Well, I tweeted about it yesterday. What's this? That's last week's Monday range. Where was it? Was on Twitter. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, this one, right? Got a sweep, right, of the lows. In this tweet, we talked about a sweep of the lows, which happened slightly front ran this blue area, but we got a sweep, and that was the whole point. And then we said we got the sweep. Red area got some nice confluence and will likely be key. Above there, it's off to new highs. As long as we're below, could see one more sweep lower into blue, right? And as you can see, what's the area we're currently getting rejected at? Well, if you draw the OTE from the highs to the lows, right? Perfect tap in there and into that red area. Well, I don't have it marked out anymore, but yeah, what was it? Something like this. Anyways, doesn't really matter that much, but as you can see, it wicked into that area, swept some local highs, and is currently looking rather weak in my opinion. So what I could see here definitely is some more downside. I think at least a dump towards this low. Well, that's very close to where we're currently at, so likely that happens. Why? Because that's the low, right? If you draw your very low time frame range, you've got from the lows to this high, initial high, then rejected, low, high swept. Now liquidity is likely resting below that low. So before potentially going higher without tapping this blue area, I would at least wait for something like this, a sweep of this low, and then a reclaim here that might send us back towards these highs. Even then, I could still see the sweep of this and a rejection again that still sends us towards this blue area. Okay, so yeah, we're still range bound here on the 4 hour, right? So play it as a range, right? If you trade it low time frames, wait for local sweeps of the highs to get short, local sweeps of the lows to get long. And apart from that, I would say buy dips, right? If it dips significantly, buy the dip. And as my plan was for these past weeks, right, I will be selling more of my spot if we trade higher towards 58k. Okay, in total want to be out 40% by there. I just see it as this, right? As long as we're trading higher, I will be selling spot in parts. The max I will be out is 40%, right? So if it goes in one go to new highs, I'll be out 40%. If, for example, some of my orders get hit, right, and we then see significant retrace, I will already start buying back. Okay, so that's the case here right now as well. I have been selling some, but that doesn't mean if we see a significant retrace, right, that I will not be buying the dip again, because that's exactly what I'm going to do, right? So yeah, for spot, if you look at it as a basic higher high and higher low sort of pattern, right, where you got this grind up and then we locally topped here, made the higher low here. If this can be seen as the higher high, right, wait for something like this maybe, and then anything below 45 would be a solid buy in my opinion. If we wick in there, right, something like this, even better if you get sub 40k again, right? But yeah, like I said, dips are for buying, so do so if you get those juicy entries. Some more spots. And then low time frames, as I just said, it's just range bound. Highs and lows currently got swept in this lower time frame range, so it's pretty difficult to read. Expect a lot of chop within this range, right? Potentially right now do this and then back up again to the highs, do that. Everyone calling for much lower here, everyone calling for Lamborghinis up here. And then this range just keeps on playing before we break out again. Okay, so yeah, take it easy. So that's clear for everyone. Just got a notification on YouTube. There's some kind of error. Can everyone still hear me? Am I still live? Yes? Okay, good. All right. So that's Bitcoin. Now, in my opinion, Ethereum looks more exciting than Bitcoin, where it's currently trading at. Why? Because this broke. It's showing such a strength, just going straight up, right? Compared to Bitcoin, which has been moving sideways, right? So the strength is clearly in Ethereum at the moment. And combining that with the fact that, we got this lower time frame range here where we swept the highs into this resistance. At that point, I was cautious because this could have been the bearish retest that would send us maybe back towards like 2K, all the way down to 1.8K maybe. But as you can see, the retest of this local range mean held, and since then it's been basically up only, right? Weekly closes were massively strong, straight up continuation from the close, and high time frame liquidity draw is towards this high at 3,600. So that's still what I'm targeting. I'm big in ETH at the moment. I think almost the same amount as I have in Bitcoin at the moment. So yeah, still very bullish on Ethereum as well. I will be selling Ethereum if we get towards this level. Not everything, obviously, but I will be taking some profits at least. Right? Low time frame for Ethereum. Just for trading, we just made an equal high, so that's a pretty good sign. I would say anything into here would be a buy, right? Because that was the sideways price action that led to continuation to the upside. This local sweep, right? Boom, back up again. But at the same time, we're pretty much doing the same here, right there. So this could be just a retest that even sends us a lot higher from here. But if you get dips into green, that's probably a pretty good buy. Unless Bitcoin cascades, right? Where it just does a massive liquidation run, clear out all the leverage, right? Then I could see Bitcoin do something like this. Wick all the way into 46, 47 probably will be nice, right? This area. And if it does that, yeah, then I can see Ethereum wick down a lot as well. So I'm also ready for a scenario like this, right? As I said, I've been selling spots above 52.7 and I've been selling from here as well. So if this happens, that's a great buy. Reset leverage, massive liquidation wick, but yeah, not sure you're gonna get it. But if it happens, right, what will Ethereum do? At that point, probably wick below this, this green area. At that point, it probably wicks also into 25, 26, somewhere there. It's been a long time since we've seen a massive Bitcoin move, by the way. Yeah, I remember in 2020, in 2021, that we had these much more often. But yeah, doesn't have to happen, obviously. See, we just took that low. Sorry. So I could see us get a bounce here. Yeah, like I said, probably just range around here in this stupid range. Maybe a wick into blue again and then back inside the range. Or the big cascade. But yeah, you'll need to be lucky to be able to get that. All right, so that's Bitcoin and Ethereum levels of interest. Then altcoin I'm currently in, Manta. So I was in this, was it yesterday? Yeah, I was in this yesterday, also from around here, within this Monday range. The idea basically was, first of all, higher highs and higher lows on the 4 hour, so bullish price action. But the main trigger was how clean invalidation was, right? We were trading within this Monday range with the monthly open and the weekly open and Monday low all lining up within the same cluster Monday low was swept and Monday high was unswept. So the draw on liquidity was to the upside, bullish price action, clear invalidation, pull the trigger. But then Bitcoin was looking pretty damn ugly and was nuking a little. So I decided to close around break even. And luckily I re-entered this morning. Okay, so I entered there almost straight up from entry, to be honest. And I took off half already at this resistance level here, right? So just the first trouble area, whatever you want to call it. Took off half, risk-free trade basically right now. Because what I don't want to see right now is a smash back within here and a close, right? This is now going to be demand. So any tap in there I want to see get bought up. Okay, if that doesn't happen and we close back within the Monday range, then I'll likely just close. And apart from that, upside targets, right? Well, to be honest, these clean highs up here look very good to me as a potential target. I will likely take off some more. Yeah, just in this general area, because this was the sideways price action where we started dumping from initially, from here, right? So I could see resistance within this entire area. So what do you do then? Just take partials off every time we go higher. That's also the reason why I'm already half out, right? If we see new highs, something like this, I will likely close another 25% and then hold some in case it really pulls legs and does something crazy, or yeah, just goes for new highs. All right, so that's this one. And then the second one I'm in is Zeta. This one is looking strong, with Bitcoin looking that weak at the moment. And it's funny because this morning it was exactly the other way around. When Bitcoin was looking better, it didn't do anything, right? And Manta was breaking out to the upside, and now this one's looking weak as fuck, and Zeta is looking pretty strong. So yeah, thought process behind this one, well, clean as range on the daily, right? But it's better to see on the 4 hour basically. So listed upside pump, right? Retrace, then from here started pumping massively until we made this high, retrace this low, failed to get back to the highs. Might be a good sign because more liquidity resting to the upside. Came back down to the lows, swept the lows, initial sweep here, right? But then once more took out the lows. And what I like on setups like this is how clean invalidation is. So this was the initial low, right? Big level. If this was the sweep and this was the sweep or the deviation below range low, right? We got our break in market structure because, like you could see, low, lower low, lower high, lower low. This was the initial sweep, but never a break in market structure. Instead, lower low, and as you can see, one more sweep, right? And now we just took out these highs, which can be seen as a break in market structure. Even if you compare it to this and then made a higher low, right? Higher high. So to me, this gives you a clean invalidation, assuming that this was the sweep below range low that would lead to a move to the opposite side of the range, which are the highs, and that gives you this setup. I got a horrible entry. I would have gotten double the risk reward if I would have been patient and entered that range low or waited for the retest, but it is what it is. I'm in from up there. First target, yeah, probably range mean, right? Right here, then range highs, and then the breakout play a lot higher probably. then probably use the fib levels for your targets, right? Which is around the 1.618 level and the 2 level, right? If you don't have history in the past, you can always use that for targets. So this one I'm in as well. So yeah, up to the market now, whatever it wants to do. Ideally, let Bitcoin range more. Ideal scenario, yep. Let Bitcoin range, right? In between the blue area and last week's high. Let Ethereum show strength, right? Maybe some ranging, but then ideally grind higher while Bitcoin goes sideways. ETH Bitcoin more upside, right? And the altcoins, obviously, strong alts higher as well. All right. So that's that. GMX, yes, I will. Can you show how you draw or plot the Monday range? It's just go to the daily, check the daily candle on Monday. Right? Then take the high. And then I have my templates. So yeah, that's just the layout. Monday high and Monday low. Pretty useless Monday range this week. Although Monday high was super clean. See, Monday high. There. Swept. Nuked. Retest to Monday high. Was a massive short. Great short entry. And then all the way down again. Yeah, it was beautiful. How's your yup trade? Fuck that coin. Nah, I was back in. So yeah, you remember when I said this candle bullish, but it just looked so weak that I'm waiting for confirmation now. And what I mean with confirmation, I want to see strength and a break in market structure, right? Initially, I was longing this aggressively without a lot of confirmation, but now, like, I entered up here and it just went straight down, so I took a loss on this one. Closed it yesterday. Well, my first long I closed right before this nuke, and then I relonged, like right here, and then closed for a loss down there. But yeah, what you want to see now is, in my opinion, strength once again above the area where we started selling off, which is this area. And we will still have enough time to profit from this if it plays out, because you've got yourself a great trigger there, right? I could still see this go for these lows now. So one more maybe, and then we'll see. If it gets an aggressive nuke again, then we can already long on the break above this, which would at that point be the origin of the move. And otherwise, if we move higher from here, I'm waiting for strength above this red area. So if you smash above here, right, and start ranging here, that's where I'll be looking for longs with invalidation below there and targets up here. All right. Joining for the first time. Hey, welcome, man. I'm actually watching your range trading video, learning a lot, but I'm trying to understand them more and apply them to my trading strategy. Hey, that's nice to hear, man. Well, if you have any questions, feel free to send me a DM on Discord. Do you think we get a pre-halvening dip? Don't normally we do 30-40% plus this run. It's been max 20. I've got no clue, right? If you ask me, do you think we'll get one? We will get dips, that's for sure. Are we gonna get a 40% retrace before the halvening? No clue. I've been saying it for ages, right? If you're not exposed and looking to buy, it's not the best strategy to just wait, right? And wait for a dip. What I would do then is just market buy with half and then wait for dips to buy with the other half. You'll also feel less stressed about missing out because you have some exposure, you know. Bitcoin looking weak with Nvidia so strong. Thoughts? Well, my thoughts are there are two different charts, so that's completely possible, no? I don't like comparing those with each other. Do you think it's time TIA gets its cent leg up? Well, for TIA, we talked about it in the previous stream as well. I don't like it where it's trading right now. You can still see the plans from the past stream, right? I'm either looking for strength above this range high or a sweep of the lows where I'll get long. But right here it's just trading in the middle of nowhere and actually looking pretty bearish. The highs got swept, right? Supply up here, resistance, bearish retest, and clean lows below. So I wouldn't FOMO into this. I'd either wait for at least strength above this, that's former supply now, break above there and strength, or just wait for the sweep below these lows. Ace, Link, Near. Do you still think crypto has a future? Yeah. EMX, take a look at alt, newly listed coin on Bybit like Zeta. Dim, hello, Forever Bronzel. Right, let's do some of those coins. Ace. I was watching Ace from back here. I was hoping to get to the lows first, where I'd be looking for longs if we showed strength, and target this high, but unfortunately first went to the highs, swept the highs there once more, now swept the lows. So it's basically in a range while it swept these, right? Now obviously in market conditions like this, I'd be more keen to long rather than to look to short. And we got a clean lower time frame range here as well, right? But I don't like the fact that we swept high time frame liquidity. Although this could be a really nice range play on the lower time frames. Yeah, that's probably what you're watching. Why not, you know? But yeah, it would have been better and it would have been higher probability if there would still be clean highs up here, right? If these highs wouldn't have been swept. If this range would have formed right here, I'd be more comfortable longing this. But yeah, could still work. It does, the low time frame range does really look interesting. Daily. Yeah, but you see, also barely swept the lows. So if this would have gone a little bit lower this wick, right, it would have looked better. So not entirely sure. If it gets back above this range mean, which lines up with this range high, right, something like this, 4-hour close and strength, that could actually be a nice range mean continuation play, right? Continuation range being upside, high, low, high swept, lows swept, right? Where do you look to swing long to new highs? On the reclaim of range mean. Boom. Where's your invalidation? Below range low. Where's your target? Use the fib from the high to the low. Targets 1.618, right? 2.5 R and the 2 measured move for a 3.2 R. So that's in general. In this case, what would it look like? If we smash above there, buy the retest, invalidation below range low, and target from the high to the low, up there, and up there. All right, so Link. So I was watching Link and trading Link whenever we hadn't swept this high, right? So the weekly, these clean highs were the draw, and as you can see, swept them, and now it's, in my opinion, looking weak. So I'm not really interested in Link anymore unless we see a major dip. Let's see. That was the target. Yeah, you can immediately see what's gonna be the first big support area. Is just gonna be this consolidation range that led to continuation, right? So yeah, dips into 15, maybe a buy, and otherwise, if it breaks below there, probably sweep of this low into $10 and then continuation from there. That would actually look better, in my opinion. Big ass continuation range, upside, consolidate, sweep some high time frame liquidity, and then trap everyone, nuking back inside this one, quick sweep and quick wick into $10, somewhere around there, and then send it to new highs. Let's see what Bitcoin does here. Alt. Do I have this one? Nope. Let's check Alt USDT. Oh yeah, Matic. I bought a spot back today. Yeah, too high up for me to look to trade, and currently looking ugly. Well, in cases like this, you simply wait for the consolidation, the sweep of the lows, right? And then you'd long with invalidation below the low, right? And target new highs. That's the way you trade uptrends like these. And as long as it works, you keep doing the same, right? Let's look for some examples. It's not the clearest one, but for example here, right? Swept, retest, new highs. Local hourly lows, right? Swept, retest, new highs. Yeah, in this case it's less clear, but if you would have seen this break in market structure, retest, it's worth a try, even if you keep invalidation below here, right? Target new highs. Right here, just recently, boom, sweep, retest, new highs. Right now, swept the highs, so I'd be careful looking to long this now, because once this pattern ends, it can get ugly, right? But yeah, apart from that, I don't really have a lot to say about this. Let's see where... See? What a beautiful example of the fib measured move, right? From the highs to the lows. And guess what? To the T, hit that 1.618 fib. Isn't that crazy? So you see live how it works, right? Fibonacci, crazy guy. So yeah, it would only be normal for this to start trending a bit low, to start retracing a bit, in my opinion. Probably area of interest around there. But like with coins like this, you want to give them time, right? Give it time to do this, right? And to bounce and to reject again. And then if you sweep this, for example, in there, then you've got your trade. Guys, leave a like if you're enjoying the stream. We're almost at 30 likes. GMX, right? Yeah, it's looking weak here, Bitcoin. GMX, yeah. So this one, I bought spot as well. Yeah, I mean, I talked about it in the previous stream, right? I really like this range. Swept back to the highs, swept back to the lows, and then we got these lows. We got these lows, swept into demand. Sorry, at range lows, and swept into swept into demand and swept into these range lows. Reclaim, right? Retest, one more local sweep, and good upside. So I wouldn't be surprised if this starts trending higher, breaks back above range mean, and trades towards range highs again. And then, yeah, all these blue boxes, it's just exactly the same over and over again, but on the different time frames. This is your weekly range, weekly demand. This is your daily range low, daily demand. And this is your 4 hour sideways price action that led to the upside 4 hour demand. Okay, and as you can see, initially from the 4 hour demand, good reaction. Now we'll have to see if Bitcoin obviously shits the bed. Yeah, then this will probably go for the lows again and might even wick all the way down in there. But that's why I've got a spot back. I can see this wick down there, but I think this will do good in the future. What would invalidate? Well, honestly, a break below this weekly demand. So I'd like this area here to hold, ideally. Matic, I bought this, was it today or yesterday? I think this morning. Yeah, you can already see the chart, right? Lows, highs, swept, and then a lower time frame range, well, 3-day instead of the weekly or the daily even. Daily highs, daily lows, clean daily range, daily compression, which in my opinion leads to expansion to the upside. And I just think once this one gets going, that it will truly put in legs and that it will go fast. So that's why I bought some yeah, I'm not really bothered by the lower time frame price action, although I still like it. Could wick these lows once more, in my opinion. Maybe even get all the way back in here and it would still, wow, it would still look great. Right? Oh, and look at that. What will that line up with? Probably range mean, right? So I could see this wick down into range mean again, and I'll likely buy some more there. It's also what I posted, I think. Got myself a bag of Spotmatic as well, looking good in this 3-day range, looking to play the breakout. We'll buy some more if it retests sub 0.9. Yeah, see, that's a sweep of the lows into range mean. But I really like this. I think having a spot bag of Matic will pay off. BNB. Do you only enter the trade when the price comes back into the depends, man. Depends on what you're, yeah, what trade you're talking about. I kind of like Matic here on the lower time frames as well. As long as Bitcoin holds here, I think this could go to new highs. Oof. Yeah, there was looking strong, but it's only good though. This one, the sweep we just got. Look at the previous 4-hour candle, right? Barely a wick to the downside, so just got taken out into range low, and the retest so far is holding nicely. So now we've got a nice 4-hour wick to the downside. And are ready for upside in my opinion. So I'm just gonna hold this. Zeta Manta, let's see what that one's doing. Also holding nicely above Monday high, as you can see. Ideally, this was just the retest, right? And this hourly candle closes green, and then I see continuation to the upside. This one's been crazy as well. Sad I didn't buy any. This was such a clean retest. I didn't buy. Yeah, anyways. Hi bro, hello. Armo, what's up? Just send you a DM on Discord. Alright, I'll check after the stream. RLC, I gotta ask to look at that one so many times. Well, yeah. I mean, there it is. Yeah, see, same plan from, I think it was last stream. Yeah, I remember I said there I wouldn't enter here. If you're in, just hold or take some out, take some profit and hold them for these highs, right? If you're not in and looking to get in, your best entry will be at in this blue box. If it retests that, that's a no-brainer long in my, I think. Yeah. But yeah, you're probably not gonna get it, so. This has been clean though. See, just a local sweep of some lows. Could be a nice scalp long. As long as Bitcoin behaves, that's the thing. Zeta murdered. Nah, it's okay. Just a retest. Well, we'll see. I mean, this one as well. Did you exit? Nah, man. I have my invalidation. You see? So we're in half an hour loss at the moment, but I'm holding. That's what invalidation levels are for, right? Oh yeah, near. Let's do near. Sorry. So yeah, basically two ranges, this one, and we broke inside. We broke out of this one and pumped into this one. Retest held, and now a little of a retrace here. Let's see the lower time frames. These lows swept. Demand at the lows. So that's not bad actually. Lower time frame lows swept as well, but still got these. So here I'd wait for this green area, maybe something like this, right? To trade it back towards here, 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 and maybe some swings. And if we break below here, yeah, that wouldn't be a good sign, then probably a lot lower. But looks decent. It's just that I don't really like chart that looks like this, where it pumped a lot, put in these wicks, and rejected pretty hard, pumps back into supply and rejects again. But overall, still looking fine. It's also still an interesting one to me, Rose, because of the amount of time this had been in accumulation, right? And this thin move to the downside can often be reversed very quickly on the way up. Last week's low got swept. Last week's high is unswept. If I take this. This might be a good buy. Yeah, let's see. Blur. Yeah, retesting on the weekly. But it's one of those levels where, you know, as long as it stays above, like, it looks okayish, but once it gets back below, it looks horrible, right? So either a wick in there and a close back above, that would be fine. But if it closes back below here, then I think at least back towards these lows. FET, also a crazy one. Straight up. GMX. I kind of like these two as well. HFT. Is there one with more data? Nah, not the best. And then high. Nah, also not the best if you take a look at them with more data. Inch, still weak, in my opinion. I mean, you can't say this looks strong, right? Swept eyes. This should have held. I think this could break back to what is here. If you look at it from a standpoint like this, nah, looking rather weak. LDO, same to be honest, and ARB, those two will probably do good in the long run, but I think purely the chart, they're looking weak. For ARB, I'd love to buy more of these. Well, more. I don't have any at the moment, but I'd like to get in if we retest this blue area, but not sure I'm gonna get it. I was in this from like $1. I wrote it up nicely. This was a nice spot play. Doggy still doing nothing, then getting hyped up on the low time frames, bumps a little and then getting sold off again. It's crazy how this range mean acted as resistance. GNS. Yeah, this looks okay. Looks strong, right? Wouldn't be surprised if it goes back to there. Best entry probably this range low. If it wicks down. Yeah, I like this. Something like this. And then continuation maybe. SCLP. Never heard of that one. Yeah, this looks okay as well, because you see this long ass accumulation on the weekly. So just purely focusing on the chart, right? You know, once this breaks out, it will probably put in some legs, you know. Maybe to $1, it's already 3x from here. So I like this. AI. I have this one right. Yeah. Yeah, this looks okay-ish, but I like this wick bought up. So as long as we stay up here, it looks okay. yeah, mixed feelings as well. I think as long as it stays up here and Bitcoin chills, that it will probably push to new highs. But if Bitcoin nukes, I could see this get an ugly wick all the way into these lows, which could then be a good entry. Just down here, wick, and then back in here, and then range, and then accelerate. Buy me coffee as CLP 10x's in 8 to 9 months. Sure. Matic, I already did Matic. Habar. Yeah, see? Also a good example. A thin move to the downside, a lot of ranging, and now breaking out. That could mean thin move to the upside as well. Yeah, I like this a lot. Well, we will need to wait for the weekly close, but if the weekly close closes up here, I think you buy the retest and target up here. Oof, yeah, see? So weekly is looking good, although flat bottom, but you know, if we run away from it and close strong, doesn't matter. So daily, looking healthy, 4 hour, also looking clean. Low time frame, swept. Yeah, I mean, damn, this looks really, really good. I might buy some spot actually. I could see this easily push up 70% from here. Yep, I like it. Thanks for letting me know. Dim. Kind of got the sweep, but you know, same thing. Where did the dump start, or what was the first resistance? Yeah, sort of broke above here, but you can't deny that this looks weak for now, right? So what I'd like to see here is either strength above, let's say around here, maybe a little bit higher, yeah, around there, right? Something like this. Buy the retest, target new highs, or another bigger wick to the downside, because that ain't it, you know. A bigger wick could be the same. What coin was it we talked about earlier, where we saw this and then pump made a lower high and then price came down again and then reclaimed, right? Could be the same thing here. So I'd be patient and wait and see for this one. All right, cool. So I'll hop off. It's been over an hour. We've went over a lot, gave a lot of thoughts. So I hope you enjoyed. By the way, if you want to join the Discord, where I give live updates on everything I trade, on everything I buy, more analysis, channels where you can talk, stuff like that, more organized than on Twitter. Use the link in description, PrimeXVT, you can trade everything there. All right, altcoins, crypto, Bitcoin, also commodities, Forex, indices, all right. And they recently launched futures as well, Bitcoin collateral futures and USDT. So go check it out, link is in the description. If you did so, and you made a deposit as well using my link, then I'll add you to my group, okay? Send me a message on Discord and we'll sort things out, all right? Leave a like if you haven't already, subscribe. Thanks for coming all, and I will see you next week. Bye.